So that's the reason why the building is named the Fortress of Michelangelo. Michelangelo Buonarroti used to work also in here in Civitavecchia, not only in Rome, and he completed the fortress in 1538. If you have a glimpse on your right, you can see now at the top of the entrance the coat of arms of the Pope with the 6 lilies, and it's the main tower, the octagonal tower. And right in front we have the city wall, the ancient city wall that is also dated to the early Renaissance time. Behind the wall develops the city with about 60,000 inhabitants. You see on the left your cross. And this is the second stretch of the wall that was built a century later, 1600s, by the Pope Barberini in brick stones with a white fountain that is named Mascherone. Also, the fountain was realized with travertino blocks, and the official entry gate that was inaugurated in 1730 under the Pope Clement XIII, and that's the Porta Livorno gate on your right. And now we're crossing the oldest section of the wall. As you can see, the regional Roman arches dateable to the 2nd century AD, once Emperor Trajan started to build the port of Civitavecchia. During the ancient times, in imperial time, this port was named Centum Celle. Centum Celle is the Latin word that means 100 rooms. So it was not far away from the harbor, on the Tolfa Mountains, stood a large residence used by Emperor Trajan with 100 rooms. So that's why Centum Celle. Fishing era, today they're not fishing because it's a Saturday, but normally during the week from Monday to Friday we have a big fish market in the afternoon between 5 and 6 p.m. And on your left, if you have a look on your left hand side, you can see the bronze statue that represents Emperor Trajan on the founder of the port of Civitavecchia. Trajan was a Spanish emperor who ruled at the beginning of the 2nd century AD, and was a very important emperor because during his reign he achieved the maximum extension of the Roman territory, so also conquering northern section of Africa, Egypt, and also the current Iran and Iraq, ancient Mesopotamian Armenia. And here we are in front of the exit. This large building that looks like a castle is the city jail, the ancient jail of Civitavecchia. It was built in 1860 during unification of Italy. And now if you have a glimpse on your left hand side, you can see all the pro ships, and those are the ferries. Here where you see this boats right in front of us, those are the ferries linking to the main islands of Italy, direction Sicily to Sardinia, to Corsica, and also to Spain, to Barcelona. Well, that's in Norwegian. It's not the biggest one. We have another Norwegian that's coming. Next week will come again. Norwegian Epic with 4,000 passengers. Mamma mia. A great number of visitors are coming in Rome to visit the city every day. So imagine that we have an average of 5 million per year. That makes around 30,000 per day. Passing through the Vatican Museum, Sistine Chapel, the Colosseum, and to see the most important highlights of Rome. It is the first time for you in Rome? No? Okay, beginners and not. In any case, will be a nice surprise because Rome is a beautiful city. You will enjoy a lot of the city, and we will have today a very nice taste because probably you know that you need a little bit more time to visit the whole city. And we have in Rome a very high concentration of churches, more than 400 churches, 439 churches in total, 5 national museums. So if you like to see all the churches of Rome, you have to see at least 3 months. In any case, today we will have a nice idea about the city. We will enjoy the archaeological areas, so the Colosseum, the Roman Forum, that was the civic hall of Rome in the ancient Roman times. We'll see the remains of the triumphal arches, the cenotaphs of Rome. The whole district was completed, ended up in 1955. The palace of the Roman court that you see now facing us is also nicknamed the Square Colosseum because it looks like a Square Colosseum. At the bottom of the ground floor, as soon as we are driving a little bit ahead, you will see there are a lot of statues. They are representing Roman gods, Roman deities, and here you see the Tiber. That's the river. Tevere, third longest river. It has a stretch of 405 kilometers, starting in the northern section of Italy, flows through Tuscany, flows through the Apennine chain, and divides Rome into banks. The right bank is the area where the Vatican area is located, where the Vatican area was built up. That corresponds to the left side on your city map. But in this area where we are right now are concentrated 7 historical hills of Rome. Here was founded the city according to tradition in the year 753 BC. We will see later once we're entering in downtown the hill where Romulus, our first Roman king, used to found the city on the Palatine Hill. We'll see later at the end of our excursion, once we're leaving the city of Rome, you will notice that the square, St. Peter's Square, and also the facade of St. Peter's Church, they were built up with the travertino blocks of the Colosseum. Now we are driving all along the Cristoforo Colombo Avenue, a nice avenue that was opened in 1960 in order to link the Eastern district. Behind us we're downtown. You can see now very well the pine trees. Those are the local trees. As you can see, they used to cut the branches and to give the shape of an opening umbrella. Rome is a very green city. In downtown you will see a lot of plants. Pine trees, cypresses, eucalyptus trees, oleanders, and we have also a lot of oak trees, palm trees. It's a very green city. And in downtown are concentrated a lot of public gardens. They were in the past owned by private families, by very wealthy aristocratic families, also by popes. They used to have suburban villa. One of the most famous one is the Villa Borghese, which is placed, for example, not far away from the Spanish Steps. So we will see later the Villa Borghese because we will leave the city of Rome in the afternoon from the Villa Borghese. And 16 public gardens, so very green city. And today the gardens, the private villas that were owned by important families, they are all belonging to the Roman municipality. This avenue that takes us straight to St. Paul Church is dedicated to Guglielmo Marconi. Guglielmo Marconi was the great Italian scientist that invented the radio in 1930. And here you can see the symbol of the subway and the white M on the right. That's the Metropolitana, the subway of Rome. In Rome we have unfortunately just 2 subway lines because, as you can understand, as soon as you're starting archaeological excavation in the underground layer, you find a lot of remains dating back to different epochs, and so that's the reason why we have only 2 underground 2 subway lines, the red line and the blue line, and now they're starting to build the 3rd line. To use public transportation, subway trains and public buses. The grey bus in front of us is a public bus. It's very cheap in Rome. You pay just €1.50 for a trip, one way, and €6 for a daily ticket. And the ticket is available not only for subway trains, also for public buses and tram. Today we're really fortunate because it's not really crowded. Normally we have during the week a very high, heavy traffic from Monday to Friday, but on Saturday and Sunday the city of Rome remains empty, so for us it's very nice. Imagine that in downtown are living about 3 million inhabitants, 2 million cars and 1 million motorbikes, 1 million scooters. So very heavy traffic during the week. And now in this area we're going to see, before we're arriving at Colosseum, nice church, one of the most ancient churches that we have in downtown. Imagine that St. Paul is 1,600 years old, is one of the main patriarchal churches, part of the Vatican city-state, but sited in downtown in Rome. The Vatican owns its own territory. The whole surface of the Vatican city-state is surrounded by ancient city wall. You will see later the Vatican wall. But in downtown we have other properties, other churches, catacombs, and so on that are belonging to the Vatican city-state. They enjoy the extraterritoriality. Also hospital. This building on the right hand side is the new hospital, Bambin Gesù, that was built in this last 3 months, and is part of the Vatican city-state. The Vatican has its own hospitals, its own embassies, almost completely separated from Italy. Now, if you have a glimpse on your right, you can see behind the pine trees the porch of St. Paul Church. The porch was rebuilt after big fire that destroyed, that burned down the original one. And this porch that is decorated with 100 beautiful marble columns was built in 1857. Behind the porch, now once we are moving a little bit ahead, you will see the facade of the church with the beautiful golden mosaics decorating the triangle in the center. Have a look now on your right, it's coming. It's not really easy to see it because it is the sun. In any case, now you see on the facade, in the triangle we can see in the center Jesus Christ between St. Peter and St. Paul. You can recognize St. Peter because he's holding the keys of the kingdom of heaven on the left hand side, and St. Paul with a sword because St. Paul was a Roman soldier. And the 4 figures, the full-size figures down below, they are the prophets, the forecasted the coming of our Lord. So this church is 1,600 years old, St. Paul, San Paolo fuori la mura. It's part of the Vatican city-state, and imagine that in the underground layer of this church, 7 meters down below, there is the ancient catacomb, the Christian cemetery, very well kept, where the tomb of Paul was built, where St. Paul was entombed after his death. Probably you remember that the first Christian persecutions that took place in the 1st century AD, the Christians that were persecuted by the Roman emperors, mostly in the time of Emperor Nero, there was a large Christian persecution. Also St. Peter and St. Paul, the 2 most important saints, they were martyred, assassinated in the year 67 AD. So St. Paul was entombed in this beautiful church, and St. Peter in the Vatican, and that's the reason why the Vatican, St. Peter's Church in the Vatican was built in that spot, where the tomb of Peter is still kept in the underground layer by the ancient catacombs of the Christian cemeteries. At the time of Emperor Nero, we had a very large persecutions. The Christians were persecuted and assassinated in the time of Nero in the 2nd century AD. During the whole Roman Empire, only in the 4th century, the first Christian emperor, that was Constantine the Great, we will see later in front of the Colosseum, the Arch of Constantine the Great, the Christian religion was legalized, became the official religion of the Roman Empire, and so the Emperor Constantine stopped the Christian persecutions. And this Emperor Constantine the Great was also the first one that used to raise up a very important basilicas. The most important Christian churches that we have in downtown are 4: St. Peter in the Vatican, St. Paul that we have here in this area, St. John the Latter, which is also the Cathedral of Rome, and St. Mary the Major, which is the largest church dedicated to Virgin Mary. Those are the 4 main patriarchal basilicas. They are considered part of the Vatican city-state, and they enjoy the extraterritoriality. As I told you, the Vatican is a completely independent state, probably the smallest state of the world, and it has a surface of about 44 hectares, that makes about 108 acres, 500 citizens, They are living in the Vatican city-state, mostly clergymen, nuns, cardinals, priests, and the Pope saying he was the political and religious leader of the Vatican city-state, and the Swiss guards that are also living in the Vatican city-state. We will see later also the Swiss guards that are the private bodyguards of the Pope. They are standing in front of official entrances of the Vatican city-state, and they are still wearing the nice uniform, a colored uniform. It looks like a pyjama. It's very elegant, very nice. And this uniform, according to tradition, was designed by Raphael. Have a glimpse on your right, you can see the new bridge. This bridge was inaugurated 3 weeks ago. It's a new bridge. Very modern one. And this district is named Testaccio. Testaccio district was built in the 20s, 1920-22. And in here we have also the railway station. Behind this the Roman pyramid. Let's get ready with your cameras. You will see the pyramid of the Roman magistrate Gaius Cestius that used to live in Rome at the time of Emperor Augustus. So probably you remember that during the reign of Emperor Augustus, Egypt became a Roman colony. It was conquered under the Roman Emperor Augustus, and they started to raise up beautiful monuments in Rome, also pyramids, and you can see right in front of us. And they brought a lot of obelisks, Egyptian obelisks, to Rome in order to decorate the circuses and the beautiful mausoleums of the Roman emperors. This pyramid is more than 2,000 years old because it was inaugurated in the year 12 BC before Christ. And it is a mausoleum, a tomb of the magistrate Gaius Cestius, completely decorated with travertino blocks and Carrara marble, 25 meters tall. On the facade on your left, you will see also the inscription with the name that recalls the magistrate Gaius Cestius. And behind the wall on your left, where you see the large gate, this is the entrance to the Protestant cemetery, where are buried a lot of very important personalities. Also the two English poets, Shelley, John Keats and Shelley. They used to live in Rome in the 1800s, and after their death, they were entombed in this cemetery. It was the first Protestant cemetery established in Rome in the 1800s. The ancient city wall that surrounds the whole surface of the ancient city is completely built in brick stones, as you can see on the left-hand side. And this is the official entry gate from the south, Porta Ostiense, as you can see. Porta Ostiense gate, it looks like a castle, but it's one of the official entry gates to the city. And now we are entering officially in downtown. That's the Aventine Hill, one of the 7 historical hills of Rome. If you like to see better the wall, have a glimpse on your right. You can see the ancient city wall. It is 1,700 years old. Imagine that. The whole stretch of the wall, which is 19 kilometers, is very well maintained. There are 14 official entry gates and 383 watchtowers. This wall was built at the beginning of the 3rd century AD by Emperor Aurelian in order to defend the city against the barbarian invasions that started in the 3rd century AD. But mostly the city was plundered in the 4th and 5th century AD during the fall of the Roman Empire. And also a lot of Roman aqueducts. We had in total 11 aqueducts that were carrying water in all the corners of the city. They were destroyed. This one aqueduct is still in function, and that distributes water at all the fountains in downtown. You will see later the water pipes of the aqueduct that was built by Emperor Augustus still. Now this district is named Aventino. The buildings that you see on the left-hand side are also dating back to the beginning of the 20th century. As you can understand, it is really expensive to live in here because we are close to the archaeological area. And now in a while we'll see the huge bathhouse of Emperor Caracalla. It was a large complex with different kinds of swimming pools. You probably know that the Romans in the past, they used to to use, they used to go to the bathhouses and the spa. They were like a wellness center with different swimming pools with hot, lukewarm water and cold water. They were named calidarium, frigidarium, tepidarium in Latin. They used to practice exercises in the gyms. There were 2 large gyms in here. There were libraries, a Greek and Latin library, and all surrounded by gorgeous gardens. Have a glimpse right in front of us. This is the bathhouse of Emperor Caracalla that could accommodate 1,500 bathers. All the walls that you see now in brick stones, they were covered, faced previously by beautiful marble slabs and stucco works. But as I told you, in the Renaissance time, mostly the popes and cardinals used to pillage the ancient building materials to recycle them and to embellish the papal city with the ancient building materials. In here we have, on our right side, the remains of the huge Greek library. On the opposite side, there was the Latin library, the 2 gyms, and in the center, along the middle axle, the swimming pools, where it was possible to swim in hot, cold, and lukewarm water. They had also sauna rooms. I see it was a large complex, 1,500 bathers, and they used to find a lot of ancient Greek and Roman statues in here that are now part of the collection of the Vatican museums. Imagine that in the Vatican museums, if you have the chance to come back again, I suggest you also to visit the Vatican museums. We have more than 50,000 marble statues. They were all recovered in the ancient archaeological years of Rome, also here in the bathhouse of Emperor Caracalla. The bathhouse of Emperor Caracalla, which is datable to the 3rd century AD, is not the largest one in any case. The Romans, they had also a largest bathhouse. It was named the Diocletian's bathhouse. It could accommodate 3,000 bathers. Now, in front of us, you can see very well the Palatine Hill. Now, once we're moving ahead, on your left-hand side, you will see better the Palatine Hill with the remains of the imperial residence, and it was the house of the Roman emperors. And in the middle, right in front of us, on the left, we have a long valley that was the space where the Circus Maximus stood, the long hippodrome of the Roman Empire. Imagine that it was the largest horse track of the Roman Empire that could accommodate 250,000 spectators. 250,000 spectators. Now have a glimpse on the left. You will see the long valley. Unfortunately, there are just few remains about the Circus Maximus. You see it is 600 meters long. In the center, there was a long wall, the backbone of the Circus Maximus that was named Spina, where the chariots, the bigas, trigas, and quadrigas had to run 7 laps all around in order to win the race. And on the side, on the long sides, there were the stone benches where the spectators could sit down. 250,000 spectators. The medieval tower that you see on the left was built later in the Middle Ages. And now you see better the Palatine Hill. Have a glimpse on the left. These are the imperial residence. Where all the Roman emperors used to live in the past. It was a long work in order to complete the palaces. They used to work for more than 400 years because they added different structures during the centuries, and the Palatine residence was supplied with water with this ancient aqueduct we see right in front of us on the left. The ancient Roman aqueduct was partly destroyed. This was the aqueduct of Emperor Claudius, 1st century AD, that carried water on top. On your right, you see the Celio Hill. That's another hill of Rome. In here we have a monumental fountain that was built at the time of Emperor Nero. And now you see the Arch of Constantine the Great, the triumphal Arch of Constantine the Great, the first Christian emperor. And with this arch was celebrated Emperor Constantine the Great in 315 AD and his victory over the enemy Maxentius. There was a naval battle on the Libyan Reach, and so Emperor Constantine the Great was celebrated with this beautiful triumphal arch. You see some gladiators, Roman soldiers around, and that's the Colosseum you can recognize. And the shape of the Colosseum, image that The Colosseum is the largest amphitheater of the Roman Empire, could accommodate 70,000 spectators. 70,000. Now we are going to drop off. Please get ready because in a few minutes we're leaving the bus. Remember that we will meet our bus driver in about 2 hours again, so keep with you all the stuff that you need for this excursion that lasts about 2 hours. So my suggestion is to keep with you your city maps where you have the emergency phone numbers, and remember that it will be a walking tour from the Colosseum to the Forum Romanum. We're not coming back in this spot, so please remain always with me. I will show you now my flag. Follow the flag, keep always an eye on my flag, don't get lost. And as I told you, we are starting first the visit of the Colosseum, and then we're walking towards the Roman Forum. That's my flag. God, that's right, you like it? Okay, here we are. That's the parking place. Here we're getting off. In this cemetery, it was the first Protestant cemetery established in Rome in the 1800s. The ancient city wall that surrounds the whole surface of the ancient city is completely built in brick stones, as you can see on the left-hand side. And this is the official entrance entry gate from the south, Porta Ostiense, as you can see.
Oh, look at this.
Porta Ostiense gate. It looks like a castle, but it's one of the official entry gates to the city. And now we are entering officially in downtown. That's the Aventine Hill, one of the 7 historical hills of Rome. If you like to see better the wall, have a glimpse at how it was hardly destroyed. This was the Emperor Claudius, 1st century AD, that carried water on top. On your right you see the Hill. It's another hill of Rome. In here we have a monumental fountain that was built at the time of Emperor Nero. God, that's right, you like it?
Boris was sleeping here all night, he said, in the Colosseum recently. It's only backside. Rome, Рим. Так, вот мы у Колизея. Пойдем. We already bought it. We don't need to. Leave it alone. But we already bought it. Lily, be careful.
The iron plates they used to fix attached together the Traventino blocks. So the holes that were made in the Middle Ages, once they started to
No argument. Give me a hand. Policeman. Give me your hand properly. Give me full grip. Так, -3 cost for you for this. -15 you will have in a minute. Now we have only -1. -12 we have got now.
No.
You must have -11. Now you give you.
I had -2.
You already has -12.
No, I had -2.
Yes, did you in your dreams?
I did.
Yeah.
I had -3 on it.
Gleb, how much Lily? Lily, how much Lily has? She's taking -2.
-3.
You've been in big trouble because you've been naughty. How you yesterday was playing up? I can't. I lost our guide again. Where is it? Look properly.
Now let me go into buy the tickets and serve. Now you're I'm coming back. Give me a minute.
Так, вот мы in Rome в Риме. У Колизея.
Where's my 3DS?
Here. I never said you to go. You again being awkward. Look. I can't film it like this.
play on my 3DS.
No, you can't play your 3DS. Absolutely no way for that.
Well, where are you going?
Waiting for these ladies come getting ticket. Look, there's a lot of people here. Look at.
Have you seen our new tour guide?
Huh?
Have you seen our new tour guide?
Yeah. What? No. No, can we read together? Can you?
Six entries is used by ordinary people, while the most important people, so the Roman emperor, the imperial family, the senators, they use the entrances without numerals. One in the northern section, one on the south, and will be our exit for today. And all along the long side of the Colosseum, there are two entry gates that were used by the gladiators to step in the arena. So the triumphal gate on the eastern sector, on the western section, and the Porta di Itinere.
We're on Colosseum now, look. Asian Colosseum. It's beautiful. So our group going this way. Look, all these columns. Can you imagine? There's gladiators. You remember who his gladiators was? Lily? Lily, high up, please. Меня заносит. Идем вверх по лестнице. What is this letter? Claudia. Look at it, look at it. What is it saying here? Tis Marcellus. Такой красивый. How did it now? Oh yeah. Yeah, look, it's old paint and look. This is what's left from Paul's statue. Good, yeah. Oh look. Okay, stay here for me, yeah? Gleb, can you stay there? Where's Gleb? Look at Mozaika. Stay. Let's do this camera, it's taking time. Look at this line, there's a gladiator. There's a picture of gladiator. Come on, camera. Look, you can see the picture. Lily, don't go, I'm not finished yet. I'm preparing the camera. Have a look at this gladiator fighting with tiger. Huh? Now. Conclusion. Так, иди сюда, Глеб. Иди сюда. I want to make a picture here. Стой. Look, Colosseum here. Is she here somewhere?
No.
Look, this Colosseum. I don't think she's in this way. You can hear? Oh, look at this. There's only one way out. I don't think she's this way. I think we better stay this way then. Why we keep losing them already? Так вот. Look, this is arena.
Mom, let's stuck my radio there.
Look at this huge and Asian amphitheater. Lily, is this enough? Come on, let's go to listen, as well get lost again.
Mom, she did it again.
Put it on top of you, please. Put it below. Because it should be this way. Колизей.
It's too heavy on my neck.
Так, she's going somewhere else, look. Where? Рима. Смотри, как видит Рима. Look, stay here. Try to make a picture here. There's not many people here. When people will be a bit clear off, I'll do it. Oh, stay here then, darling. Stay here. Gleb, no, давай, stay with Lily. He didn't give us a chance.
Remember that the underground layer with the pathways, the corridors, the passageways in here, they were built only after the year 90 AD, once Emperor Domitian, the last emperor of this family, used to build up this underground layer. Previously, they could also organize naval battles by flooding the arena with water and also so using small boats. Naval battles were named Naumatias in Latin. And when I first of all, you can see that the arch, the axis gate that was used by the gladiators,
She's been dying here.
the arena, and it was also the link, the direction gate that links it with the school of the gladiators, the Lucius Marius. So while the gate behind you is the one used to step in the arena. Remember that the gladiators were normally prisoners of war, slaves, also volunteers that choose this kind of job because if they fought very well, they became rich, famous, and they received sometimes also jewels and money. So very important. The gladiators, they were like modern football players. Okay, now guys, let's move this way. And I will try to open the remains of the public toilet, the latrine on the ground floor.
Так, тут уже места Колизеем. Свеча. Туалет. We need toilet. She said public toilet.
There's an underground tunnel.
Listen, better.
Water that used to flow running underneath, right? There were cisterns that were filled up to, you can see the reconstruction, and it was like this.
Oh, look, we have the same booklet.
Okay. And this was the underground drainage system. The water used to be channeled through these channels in here, and there was a large, let's say, a large bathtub that collected all the standing water in the underground layer. And
И туалеты были, их система с туалетом была. Колизей. Library, look, this is a new shop here. Look. What? Where she is again? Oh, we lose our bus now. Is our bus now? Такое в Колизее. Into arena. Arena.
The cross over there marks the part where the imperial family used to sit down. And here you can see that also a small reconstruction of the metal mesh where you see the marble steps around the edge. The metal mesh surrounds the whole space of the stage in order to protect the visitors. Okay, now let's make it a little bit free time. What time is it now? It's 5 to 11, right? Let's make 15 minutes free time. 15.
How many?
15. And we will make...
Can I come inside there? Just come.
Where's your sticker?
I don't know. Look, this is where the gladiator come out from.
My black cat!
Where?
Over there.
It's a dog.
There's a cat.
No, it's a cat. Oh, what she's doing there?
Can I
Poor
go to
pussy. I think she's come to you quickly. I don't think you're allowed to go there. Boris was sleeping there. Boris probably was was there inside us. He was locked here, yeah, he said, yeah. I wonder
Did he
how.
actually sleep?
That's what he said. There's nowhere to sleep.
Oh, didn't he get a hotel or anything?
Don't have money. Hotel. Have to pay for hotel.
So he slept.
Shall we try to go on that side? Так, hot, look.
I'll just put my hat here.
No, don't be
I
silly.
have -5.
Yeah, I have -5. I Lily have minus what?
That means I have minus.
Lily have -14. I know what no, he's what going to
So
do.
I have -4 now.
No, you have -5 now. Yeah. Oh, look, there's a pussycat. Look, here she is. Oh, little thing. Pussy. Meow. Kss, 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 kss. Look. Ой, look, she's fighting with you. She's not very happy. Do the picture with gladiators?
Allora, the largest, the biggest one costs 25 plus DVD. The smaller one, 20 plus DVD.
Lily,
So,
just stay here. Ah, here she is. Okay, stay here. In this case, I do pictures, isn't it?
And then you can buy cruise.
So what's wrong with this camera? Why can't I... Так, stay here, Lily. Stay here. Look at me.
the popes
Реконструкцию она не
after the
сделали.
earthquake in the 17 and 1800s. And
Давай, Лиль, дай мне руку.
the halls that I
Еще
mentioned
потеряемся.
before, in the halls there were iron chains that used to stick together in Sorrentino glass. Now the down in the Middle Ages just recycled in order to realize
Crazy.
weapons. The art of concentration was that the ones
Oh, look, Segway. Look. Gleb. Glebik. Look, Segway. That's where you're supposed to go. You should have come on Segway. What's your favorite machine? You like it, you said?
It's not my favorite machine.
You like it?
Yep, it's not my favorite machine.
Oh, so what's your favorite machine? You like bike more or Segway?
Like, well, actually, Segways are fun.
Look at it. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared of
Fun, they're very
Segway.
nerdy.
What do you mean naughty?
Nerdy.
Noisy?
Nerdy.
What does that mean then?
Geeky.
Huh?
Geeky.
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 Why geeky?
Geeky, not geeky.
Так вон. This lady with 3 kids as well, like me.
behind me, you can see the art
Oh,
of
look at. Stay here, quickly.
Sit themselves in front of the emperor. They used to say the famous phrase, Ave Caesar, moriturem te salutem, hi Caesar.
Look at here,
Those
look.
ready to
You can
die
film as
salute
well if you
you.
like.
And they turned around here and started the fights after that. And you can read now the regional name of the Colosseum. Do you see the big cross on the map slab? There is the name Amphitheatrum Flavium. This was the name of the Colosseum. So as I told you, Colosseum is just a nickname that was given later because in front of us, in here 5 meters tall, and was transferred where you see the cypresses, you see still the base, the oak trees and the cypress. The statue was transferred in here by the help of 12.
Ooh, it's only our first go. Ecotour. Oh yeah, that's good. Ecotourism. Look at this, how many people there. Colisee. Oh look, gladiator, look. Come on, look, go take
not
pictures
real
with him. Roman, look, Lily, stay with him now. Stay with him, Lily, give me. Stay with him quickly now. This is what Rome hats was like. You used to like them? Not anymore? Rome. Oi, look at this. Lily, look, stay with it. Come on, go faster. So I can make picture, at least I can do video.
Mom, you have to give it money.
Обойдется.
You have to give it money.
Lily, look at me. Oh, you just stay with Roman guests. Stay with them, Lily. Huh? Why?
No, you can't film them. You have to pay.
Целый песок.
They don't understand it.
Ну вот, и спешили целый песок.
What in that song?
I think there's no one wants to do anything here. They all want money. Они все продажные здесь. Как русские. Как в Крыму все продажные. Oh, there's another statue, look. Так, Lily, you just go near them because we'll cheat a little bit. Just stay near gladiator. Oh, I think he's coaching now, young girls. Oh, look, this Egyptian statue, Lily, look.
Mom, you have to give it money.
Piss off.
It's moved, just his head.
Okay, give him more. I haven't got money anyway. Подожди, hold on. Так, hold on, Lily, подожди, hold on. No, it's too much for her. No. No, push a little bit here. Just put like the step. Like. Sphinx, look. No, Lily, stay closer.
It's a mummy.
It's Egyptian Sphinx. You remember you saw a real Sphinx?
Precious marble sculpture introduced from Asia Minor today,
Can-
from Greece and so on.
For Christ. Century. Italia. Sicilia. Retro Gallia. Gallia, look. Monaco, Gallia, it was France, Iberia. Iberia to Spain, Mauritania. Oh, look at this. Look at the map look like. Before Christ, before Jesus. Look. Here. Macedonia. This one is already just before Christ. It's already Italy. Again, Gallia, it was France. Germany, Germany.
Britain was still a place.
I think I was still there. It's still our bus.
Britain was still a place back then.
Yeah, Британия. И Верния. Lily, come here. This was already
When they took over England.
just AD Christ. This is just before. Gallia, Sicilia, Skinia, Skizia. What? Oh, that, don't lose them, for God's sake. It's another statue. Mauritania. Mauritania it was. Colony. What?
They owned Britain.
Sarmazia. Look. Siberia, what? Ooh. Good, mighty. Look at them. Look at the moving statue. Так, is our bus? Gleb, where's our bus?
Over there.
You can see those little kids there. Oh. It's interesting to look this map. No, alright. Come on, 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 come on. Forum. Are you sure it's our bus group?
Look if they have the sticker. I can see the kids.
Yeah, with these kids, the better orientation. They will wait for kids. They may wait for you, but I don't think they will wait for me or for Gleb. They don't bother about teens.
Why?
I don't know, because teens can look after themselves. Look, stay here. Stay on the corner. Quickly, quickly, quickly.
There's no queue.
Oh, but how long do you think she'll be here?
No
Nah.
queue.
But how much is the Pringles? Go and ask the price. Stop, 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 guys, Hammond.
When the Jerusalem became part of the Roman Empire in the year 72 AD, and their arch was
Lily,
What's that? It's in the rucksack.
stay here, please, on the end.
for
Do you get me a change here?
horses,
How much change is there?
Side of the front, we will see later the statue of emperor after the Italian king, Picture Manuel.
Can I stay here? I'll make you picture it, Liz. No, where's Lily staying? Gleb. We will. Stay here. Yeah. Gleb, where I'm pointing. This is in forum.
To the center.
Come on. Gleb. Русский, ага.
So they were in relationship with the political and financial activities.
Stay. I didn't say to go.
Valley became the tradition that happened in the past that pagan temples or pagan monuments were transformed into Christian churches, like the temple behind you. This temple that was dedicated to two Roman emperors, Antoninus and Faustina, was transformed into a Christian church in the Middle Ages. Today it is St. Lawrence, the Church of St. Lawrence. Now, let me tell you about the central area right in front of us. You see a lot of columns. This was the most important spot because in that area in the center used to meet all the people in the past. It was the political center of the Roman Empire, of the Roman community, and the Senate House that you see on your right, this brickstone building with a triangular roof, became the Senate House only in the time of Julius Caesar. Now, first of all, we have the kingdom, 7 kings, then started the Roman Republic in the 6th century BC, 500 years of Republic. At the end of the Republic, in the 1st century BC, came Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was a dictator. He ruled in the year 52 BC, but for a very short time, because probably you remember he was assassinated, murdered 23 times, stabbed in the archaeological era, not far away from here, in the Larga Argentina, and then his dead body was transferred in the center of the Forum Romanum, right in front of the group where you see the few remains of the temple of Julius Caesar, and was cremated over there. This is the spot where Julius Caesar was buried.
Caesar was buried here. Look. It's his buried place here.
Caesar started the Roman Empire, so the first Roman emperor were Caesar Augustus.
No, but what for me?
The ancient Roman way. Via Sacra, you see again the large cobblestone.
Come on, go ahead.
Because not
I will film naturally. This is where Caesar been cremated. Caesar been cremated here. Julius Caesar.
Caesar was cremated.
Yeah, he was killed first. Did you see the film Cleopatra? They were saying very clear how he been killed.
Caracalla and Geta, and they were all celebrated with this beautiful art of Titus, and the triumphal procession ended up behind the arch of Septimus Severus. Where you see this brownish building, that is the current city hall, that was designed later in the Renaissance time by Michelangelo. Michelangelo Buonarroti. In there we had the Jupiter temple in Rome since the 6th century BD, but they were
Stay.
They were Greek gods. They were worshipped in Greece, and once this god was introduced in Rome,
Yeah,
they started to build the temple.
Look
You
at
have
this
to imagine the entrance was right in front of us, so a large temple, and all around a lot of other remains. The small temple that you see facing us with this roundish shape was the temple of Vestal Virgins. Probably you remember that during the Roman times, the only female priesthood existing was the one of the Vestal Virgins. They were like priestesses. They used to be in a number of 6, and they used to live in here, nearby the temple of the Vestal Virgins. There was a large house, Atrium West, that was the name. It was used by restoration works. The flight of steps in front is more than one,
храм был
and you
переделан
can
в
see
церковь
also
христианскую.
stretch of the facade of the church behind the columns. The columns are original ones. The columns are named Cipollino marble.
Cipollino.
Cipollino means onion,
Yeah,
because
I know
it looks like onion. And they are original ones. Second
story,
century
kid story,
AD, so
Cipollino.
1,800 years old. Imagine. Okay, now let's walk back.
Cipollino onion. You remember Cipollino? Yeah. Well, it's actually an Italian story. It's been adapted from Italy. But Cipollino, it's mean onion. And we know it from... You remember who's Cipollino? You remember who's Cipollino? You remember Cipollino? Who's Cipollino? Who is this? The little Iron Man. Onion Man, yeah. Onion Man.
This is the current one. It's back to the time of Emperor Augustus, 2,000 years old.
This is Gianni Rodari's story. That's what it is. It's called Cipollino. Tempo di Antonio.
By marble slabs, leading inside the inner chamber that houses the statue of Antoninus Pius and Coast.
Important.
So once they started archaeological excavation, they found a lot of tombs datable to the 10th and 9th century BC. Just few remains in here, but imagine it was all covered by tombs.
Chief. Really.
I can't help it.
It's rude.
I got hiccups.
Oh God.
Ma Gloria ha fatto il suo tempo, sai che sì, allora si non parla.
That's real.
No.
Coleridge, the ancient baby, datable to the time of Emperor Nero, because this last stretch dates back to the time of Nero. It goes up to the Velia Hill until the medieval porch was part of the medieval house. Because this valley, the whole archaeological area was recycled by the Romans and the Basilica of Emperor Maxentius on your left. Have a look about the vault, the beautiful cutting.
Look at this temple. This temple is still looking good.
Imagine that what you see in here on your left hand side is just 1/3 of the entire structure. 2/3 are lost because it was partly destroyed. As you can see, the beautiful vault is decorated with the carving that inspired a lot of ancient, very important artists of Renaissance time. Also, Michelangelo took inspiration from this building to realize part of the Church of St. Peter's in the Vatican. In this basilica, in this Palace of Justice, they used to have...
I give you last chance. I'm taking your scores away from you. I give you last chance. I'm taking your scores away from you.
Where horsey doesn't have legs?
This horsey.
Where?
Old horsey.
Where? Where?
Look up here. Where the pigeon is.
Pigeon.
Так, minus 21.
Where, Mom? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
I can give you some money then. You have a little bit change. No, give you some money then.
She's using...
No, she's not. No one giving her anything. No. Give her a little bit penny. Just a little penny, it's nothing.
I think it's fake.
Hmm?
I think it's fake.
Yeah, it's probably. No, we give you only 1 penny.
Oh, well, what do you think she's using a Pringles bucket?
Into a medieval house. So these
Так, look, stay here now on the middle for me. Так, both of you, without any argument, really. On a corner, on a corner.
This is the door remained as to bear out the recycling during the liberation.
Police. Police. I think it's Royal Police or something.
I'm tired.
I know you are.
They might have to like
Hey, Gleb, are you going cycling tomorrow?
No.
Тогда after tomorrow then. Pick up one day for cycling. Tomorrow or after
What
tomorrow?
about never?
No, we need one day.
Why?
Because you need some activity to do. You eat too much. You don't do any activities. No basketballs there. So which day pick up? Tomorrow or after? Yeah? So what?
Just relax.
Well, doing still activities on holiday, don't you?
There's a cross.
Right. Так, so when? Tomorrow or after tomorrow?
After tomorrow.
After tomorrow will be very easy cycling in
Why?
Mahon. I don't know, he said it's easy. Tomorrow will be up the hill. After tomorrow will be very easy, he said.
It's a shame that Willie can't go.
Yeah, it's a shame. Especially in this easy ride.
I'm only a baby, so how can I?
I'm pretty sure babies are like plants.
And was located in the southern section of the city, about 30 kilometers away from Rome, where today we have the airport Fiumicino. Now, turning on the right, you will see first of all a nice medieval church dedicated to Virgin Mary, Santa Maria and Cosme, the Greek Catholic Church. You see a lot of people queuing up because in this church, on the last arch, at the very end of the porch, you will see a marble face, which is famous as the mouth of the truth, la bocca della verità. Here it is, the marble face hanging on the wall, you see, with eyes, nose and mouth. A medieval legend tells that if you come here to put your hands inside the mouth of the truth, if you are a liar, your hand will be bitten. That's why we're not getting off. The two temples on your left-hand side, the roundish one, 2,200 years old, dedicated to Hercules, and the second one, covered by scaffoldings, 2,100 years old, dedicated to Portunus, that was the god protector of the port. Because behind these blocks on your left-hand side, there was a small port, Porto Tiberino, during the Republican age, and still today there is the natural island, Isola Tiberina, a small island that is shaped like a boat. If you look on your city map, you can see on the island. And this large avenue was opened later in the 40s by Benito Mussolini. On the building on the left-hand side, you can also recognize the symbol of the city, the she-wolf. Yes, pazzi questi romani, are crazy those Romans. But the original meaning was Senatus, Senate and people of Rome. Now, a nice church of Renaissance time dedicated to St. Nicholas on your left-hand side, and the second large building is the Theatre of Marcellus, the first zone theatre that was raised up by Julius Caesar and inaugurated in the year 9 BC. The theatre was used for tragedies, comedies. Looks like the facade of the Colosseum, but it is a 3-story building. On top, in the Middle Ages, the family Savelli Orsini used to build up an apartment, a private apartment still existing, and the 2-way columns still on your left. They were part of the temple of Apollo Sosiano, a temple datable to the 1st century BC, time of Emperor Augustus. Behind the theatre there is also the Jewish district with the synagogue of Rome. And now we are coming to the Capitol Hill. This rocky hill on your right hand side is the facade of the city hall that we had in view from the Forum Valley, the city hall where the mayor of Rome works. So on the top there is a nice square. In the center, the 2 beautiful statues representing the 2 twins, 1,900 years old. The bell tower is part of the city hall, and the 2 buildings either sides are the oldest museums in Europe, the Capitoline Museums, where the original she-wolf is kept. The second flight of steps is a medieval one, leads to the Franciscan Church. Are 134 steps in total, and the church datable to the 14th century. Close to it, Roman Insula, this 4-story building that was a skyscraper of the Roman times, named Insula. And now we are landing in the Piazza Venezia, Venice Square, which is the largest square of Rome, the heart, the geographical heart of Rome. And you can see now better the national monument that we had in view from far away before. The National Monument was started in 1885 and was ended up in 1911. It's a relative modern monument, only 100 years old. Have a look in the center, you see the tiny flags. The statue, the crescent statue in the center represents the first king of Italy, Victor Emmanuel, and that's why the name of the monument Vittoriano, after the first king, Vittorio Emanuele. The kings used to rule in Italy for about 60 years. After the popes in 1861, when Italy was unified, the first king, Victor Emmanuel, that you see on the crescent statue, and then other kings until 1946, once was declared the Republic. At the ground floor, you can see two Marines standing nearby the eternal flame, and that's the tomb of the unknown soldier of World War I. The whole monument was built with Botticino marble. Botticino is a marble that was colored in the northern section of Italy, in Brescia. And have a look about the nice statues. There are symbolic statues representing victories, the chariot with the 4 horses, and so on. The palace on your left inside is Palazzo Venezia. That's the name of the Venetian palace. It was previously the Venetian embassy, and the balcony, probably you recognize it because it was the headquarters of Benito Mussolini in World War II. Today it is a beautiful national museum, and the long street facing us, right in front of us, that's the longest shopping street of Rome, Corso. If you have a glimpse on your right, now you can see at the very end of the street, Piazza del Popolo. That's the square where we're going to end up our excursion, our itinerary for today. That's the shopping area of Rome. And now, yes, you see better the National Monument or wedding cake. Now you can really realize that looks like a wedding cake. The two Marines, there is a change of the guards now. Have a look, there are coming out the 3 Marines over there nearby the eternal flame, you see? Now we are going to cross this nice avenue that is the one that links us straight to the Colosseum again. On your left you can see other ancient remains. That was the Forum of Emperor Trajan with the beautiful column of Emperor Trajan. It is 1900 years old. Have a look about the column, which is 32 meters tall, and on top it was crowned previously by the statue of Emperor Trajan and later replaced by St. Peter's. The grey columns on the left inside were part of the Basilica Olympia, the audience hall of Emperor Trajan, and the semicircle building in brickstones on the left inside was a 5-story building, the first supermarket of the Roman Empire, with 150 stores. Imagine. The medieval tower was built later once this area was reused by noble medieval families. The Imperial Forum, all these monumental squares, they were built after the Republican age, at the time of Emperor Augustus, at the time of Emperor Vespasian, and so on. They were the extensions of the ancient Roman Forum Valley that was the previous monumental square in the Republican age and early Imperial time. The square on the left-hand side with the white columns was part of the Forum of Emperor Augustus. Augustus used to rule for about 40 years. He was one of the most important Roman emperors. During his reign were built up a lot of beautiful temples. The white columns were part of the Temple of Mars, the god of the war. And you see again the Valley of the Forum on your left, on your right hand side with the Senate House. Okay, now we will turn on the left-hand side and we will drive through the covered street in order to join Trevi Fountain. You see again the Colosseum and the Forum that we visited before.
Let's see, Pekingese nun. That's strange. That people from China coming here becoming a nun. What's the point?
Oh my hand!
hold on. Look, this Halloween Jack. Pumpkin.
So as you can realize, this is a nice district with a lot of shops, small market in here if you like to buy an apple. And you will see the fountain is a few steps ahead. It's a crowded area, that's why.
Spatula.
Everybody?
Fontana.
Let me see. Let's go a few steps ahead to have a more space here. So this is the Trevi Fountain. As you can recognize, that the beautiful, stunning fountain of Rome that was realized, commissioned and spoiled.
Фонтан. Знаменит, так, don't miss him. If she's going, tell me, let me know, Глеб. Look, вот этот фонтан. Может там вниз подойти? А там искупаться можно. Can we swim there? That would be nice. They should make swimming pool there.
It smells of chlorine.
А? Вот мы обедаем в английском, итальянском ресторане. Глеб ест лазанью. Лили спагетти баланы. Oh, Lily, please don't make yourself dirty. Take tissue, Lily. Так, Lily. Так, you know what? You will get scores for being scores down if you've been a pig. Lovely pizza with parma ham. Parma ham. Lovely. It's sort of bacon, yeah. Not exactly. Police come here and they all run away. All this have been selling this balls. You should tell the policeman that he give you round ball.
Mom, it's another guy. It's one of those balls.
Yeah, where? Isn't he scared of police? Well, he's scared of police. Look.
Right?
Look at it.
Policeman there.
Yeah.
Catch you. Why are you so scared of police? Have a good fine for that or what? What police doing to you?
No problem. This job.
Huh? No, we already bought one, we're alright.
€2.
No.
$2.
Even for one нужно.
Please.
Всего
That's
14.
your piggy now. That's your.
Так, подожди, oh yes, okay, Лили, пойдем здесь Sky замедленно. What does police want from them? Ладно, пойдем, let's go to this fountain. Can travel like this. Now let's go down the fountain. Oh, okay. Okay, go this way. Go to the water. Go to the water, Gleb. I'll film you from here. Go there. Go to the water. Sit there. I'll film you. Huh? Both. I have no time to argue. Sorry. Oh, yeah, but I will give you extra point. No, but go there. Doesn't matter. They will tell you not to, but you'll get 5 points for that.
How much extra?
5 points.
No.
Come on, go up to the stones, yeah. Till they stop you. Look, stay. Further there. Come on then.
Try me naughty.
You remember how we know in Egypt?
Mom, why are there horns?
Look, how much is a horse, I wonder?
Mom, why
They can take you all the way around here.
Why do they have horns?
Nice. Yeah, look. Who is this? Whose statue is this? And the pen. Give me a hand. Alice, так, Lily, go this side for me, please. Zara. I wonder what is on this column, big column. Come
I
on.
want to see that fountain.
Hey, careful, careful, careful. Ah. Hey, oi! Buddy идет.
Ow, you hurt me.
Так, if we come here straight to this building. Так, remember the Zara thing. It looks rather awful. What is there? For photo, please make it. Oh. Temple.
Put money in.
Oh, this is all sit here. Special dishes. Yeah, you all veg.
Now what?
So now you have what? How many scores? Now you haven't got any scores. 0.
No, I got 0.
But he has plus 4.
Glenn has -3, and I got 0.
No, he didn't have any minus yet.
Yeah, he gave a -3.
When?
So when he splashed water.
No, because he already has some plus. He was on plus. Or was you? Or you wasn't on plus?
I was on plus, remember?
Вот. О, look, смотри, боровики, грибы. А по-английски они называются пучини, look.
Не трогайте, пожалуйста.
Почему нельзя?
Ну, знаете почему? Потому что все трогают, и они разрешаются.
Это что, боровики, что ли?
Нет, это белые грибы.
Ну, я и говорю, боровики.
Боровики, наверное, да.
Ну, значит, еще растут такие.
Фотографировать можно, но все берут и вот так прямо их. Или
Понятно.
вот так даже.
А вы что, их из России привезли?
Ну да, но трогать нельзя.
Понятно. She didn't.
Well, she just randomly just came up and
Не трогайте. She just probably also was shall steal her mushroom. She just shout. What did she say?
don't touch the mushrooms, please, or something else, something will happen to someone.
Так, look. We have to go back soon. You know?
Why don't
It's not people from our bus. No? Okay, let's go another one. Hell. There's a crab here.
How did she know that?
The daddy doggy.
No,
What do you think? Huh?
Mom, look at that doggy picture.
Oh yeah. I just this is go in the right direction. Oh, look, little tiny kitten.
Looks evil here.
Oh, and he's not evil, just don't care about him. Roman. The smell here. Went quite good. Ah, because he using look this one.
I know.
The smell. Ладно, пойдем. Oh, look.
Whoa.
Ладно, пойдем.
You made an eye.
This Roman soldier walking here. Look. Dressed like Roman.
I need toilets.
Oh, darling. Go in the same place where you just been.
I've got a water or some... Where's things? It's impossible to do these things.
The Roman soldiers roof. Так, no, it's not ours.
I know.
I think she's-
Go with the boys.
It's very easy to get lost here.
Look, Mum. Mum, I can make it smile.
We'll see. Nothing wrong with her.
Who is?
Good, mighty. Is it comfortable to sit like this? Hard work.
I think it's fake.
Of course it is.
79 people that are there will be declared saints. So it's a great celebration. That is also fed by the ancient You can fill up your bowl of water. It's very fresh, delicious water.
Очень good water. Can drink it, look. Are you sure it's good water? But you do not drink. I don't know.
It's a good one.
She said so, yes. Do you trust her?
I made it all wet.
Whose accent is stronger, me or this Italian lady?
Your one.
Really?
Etc. of Jesus Christ and
Saint
first
Andrew
Pope. Probably you know that we had in total 265 popes. So the current one, Benedict XVI, is the 265th Pope. And St. Peter had one of the longest pontificates. Also John Paul II, the Polish Pope that died in 2000. So for the famous master of Baroque time, Gian Lorenzo Bernini, the Conception. Have a look behind me. There is a nice column, a very ancient Roman piece that was recovered and recycled as Christian column to celebrate the dogma of the Immaculate Conception. On top you see the statue of Virgin Mary, and every 8th of December the popes come here to celebrate the anniversary. According to the Christian religion, the dogma of the Immaculate Conception was convened by the Pope Pius IX in 1854, and so it is said that the Virgin Mary is the only person in the world to be born without original sin, according to the Catholic religion. And this is the dogma. And in front of you, you see the Spanish embassy. That's the Spanish flag. This is the first foreign embassy that was established in Rome in the 1600s. It is now part of the Vatican City State. As you can see on the facade, there is the coat of arms of the Vatican City State. The cross keys, symbol of St. Peter, with the papal crown, the tiara. Also the building behind you, where you see the Vatican flag, that's the Vatican flag with the yellowish and whitish colors, is considered part of the Vatican City State. Collegium Propaganda Fide was
What do you want there? Unemployment or what? Meeting thing.
I want to drink some. Mum, I want to drink some.
What are they doing?
I don't know, ask you. I miss everything. Well, come on, go to the water fountain. Go quickly to the water mountain. Quickly, Gleb, you go.
But I need to go.
No, come through. Come on, Gleb. Gleb, go after lady. Just wash your face with it. Wash your face, yes. Ah, lovely. I don't know. На, Глеб, как снимай меня, я пойду с фонтаном. Снимай меня быстрее. No, you don't.
I'm sure to make a picture.
Okay, go then first. Глеб,
I didn't thought.
it's another kids. Maybe it's 12 kids, 3 kids. What is doing? Well, look, what they doing? What is it? A demonstration or something. What do you want?
Some movement.
I know.
What am I doing?
Ask this guy. I miss everything with you. Banana.
What are they doing?
I don't understand. Demonstration. Meeting. Shall we just ask them what they want?
Let's make the last meeting point. You have now free time, and the public toilets are behind the pine trees over there, where you see the list.
У них, оказывается, демонстрация. Они значит, против налогов. Говорят, что у них очень много налогов. Они не могут даже купить здесь дом. Ну, смотри. Look, вы честно за процесс of revolution. Look. People very disagree with the Italian government. Митинг, протест. Ладно, пойдем. Come on. So do you like Rome? Так, стоп, Лили.
Mom, she's here.
You like Rome, Gleb?
That is not a hit.
Gleb, do you like Rome or what?
Yes, okay.
What about Lily, you are?
No.
Why?
Horrible.
Look at the animal.
Oh,
Is this poodle?
Look at that little puppy.
Is this poodle? Oh, looks underground. Shall we go to underground? I want to see what's underground like here. Come on, let's go. А вот смотри, вот здесь вот байк систем, байк. Так, вот метрополия, метро. Lily, please put it on. Panini. What is panini? Something. Gleb, what is panini? No, just like Moscow. Yeah, you might buy ticket for metro. Так вот метро. Shall we come to metro?
Can we go upstairs?
What about we'll get stuck here?
We won't.
But let's go on the stairs. No, don't go to escalate. What about we'll get stuck? Ah, okay. Ладно, let's go to metro, look. Куда мы идем? Ну да, вообще go to metro. Lily, we get in trouble. Oh, no. It's another. Так, no, we'll not go.
Mom, this is the most ugliest. Mom, this is the most ugliest
Metro, there.
underground I've ever seen in my
Nah,
life.
but don't we go there. Let's go this way.
This is the most
Go
ugliest
down.
underground I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, давай. No, Lily, you're not going first. Lily, let me go first. Lily, you'll be fine. Because it's scary here, like. Tickets machine.
Mom, do you have 80 cents?
No, I don't. Look, it's another one. No, this is all coming up. Army train. Now there must be train. No. Look.
Come on.
But we will not come out, wouldn't we? Look, isn't if we go in here?
Yeah.
What about we will not come out?
I'll laugh.
Okay, let's go. Shall we risk? Look, we're like savages here. Stop. It's only have the ground. Sure you been on the ground before? Nothing scary. Yes. No, it's down. This one going up. Look, passenger. Look. Let's go underground. Look. Так. Watch. This is way back. Давай, go. Lily, go this way. Small Edward here. Yes, absolutely ugly metro. Lily, look at me. Lily.
Mom, the Moscow one is a little more pretty.
This fell off.
Oh God! Well, do you sort it out? Look, this is where's the Colosseum? Basilica St. Paul. Can you see Colosseum here? Colosseum.
I don't understand Italian.
Well, it's the same one. I think you understand Italian better than Russian and read.
Spadna, Barberni, Fonda, Trevi.
Colosseum. There's a Colosseum. Basilica St. Paul. Look.
Basilica Paolo.
Rome. Casino. No, Caslino. Flamingo. Batara. It's another underground, I think. It's another square.
Zero tastes a mixture of dark.
It's Catholic church. It's a Catholic church.
Let's not go anywhere.
Where you will find this shop?
Mom, there's supposed to be a shop everywhere.
This is only cafe. I don't see any shop anywhere. Давай, беги, Глеб, беги, Лили, беги. А ты смотри, египетские иероглифы, они что тут делают? Глеб! Вот. Oh yeah.
Grazie. Andiamo a sentire un po' di
Написано.
finali.
But still too early. Oh, look at this doggy.
Fino alle 22 è ancora il
What is this, boxer?
ambassadore.
A bulldog. How old is this dog?
Con i tifosi
Not a bulldog, I think.
all'esterno della Unicredit Arena. Il grasso gratuito
Oh.
Renaissance time under several popes. So this is, remember, the left bank of the Tiber. Now in a while we're going to cross the river and we will find ourselves on the right bank.
Такая часть Лондона,
Now
другая
we are
часть
in
Рима.
the northern section and the district facing us is named Prati. Relative modern era that was built in the 20th century, 19th and 20th century after unification of Italy. That's why you see there in here a lot of modern buildings, modern palaces all around. So about the Vatican, as I told you this morning, the Vatican is a completely independent state. Since 1929, once it became a completely independent country, the Cardinal Gaspari and Benito Mussolini they signed up the Vatican Treaties. So it was a kind of agreement in which was decided that the Vatican had to be completely independent nation with his own rules, his own flag, his own language, which is Latin, not Italian, his own TV station, his own radio, his own newspaper that is named Osservatore Romano, the Rome Observer, and his own hospitals, universities, embassies, all is completely separated from Italy. The Vatican occupies a surface of about 187 once the city was sacked, plundered by the German troops. And in this case, the Pope at the time was Clemens VII Medici. He was protected by the Swiss soldiers, and that's why they were chosen since the 1500s. And still today, they are the bodyguards of the Pope. Apart the Vatican territory, the Vatican area, museum. And now have a look in front of us where you see the pine trees, the Castle of the Angels, Castel Sant'Angelo. It was previously, remember, the mausoleum, the tomb of Emperor Hadrian. Once Hadrian died in 137 AD, he was entombed in this mausoleum. a roundish tomb, and the castle was built only later on top. You can recognize the two different sections. The lower part, now once we're turning on the left, you will see it again. The lower part with peperino, large peperino gravestones, is part of the mausoleum of the tomb of Emperor Hadrian, and the second section on top is the castle that was built in the Middle Ages. There is also a nice terrace. The balcony on the left that was used by the popes. So because the popes in the past they used to live in the castle, along the passageway, you will see now the wall behind the oak trees on the left. A long wall is linking the castle straight to the private apartment of the Pope. But this long wall passageway linked the private apartment of the Pope. The castle was embellished mostly in the early Renaissance time with very interesting frescoes, painting technique that was realized by the school of Raffaello Sanzio, and was used as a private apartment of the popes and also as a jail, state jail. Today it is a very important museum, National Museum of Rome. On the top there is the statue of the angel and the nice stairs. You see the visitors that looks like points at the very top of the side. Now we will pass through the arch. You see this wall in brick stones. If you look on your right at the very end of the wall, you will see the private apartment of the Pope. It's a 3-story building at the very end. You see the wall is running towards the private apartment of the Pope. We will see it better now once we are moving a little bit ahead, because by the traffic light we will turn on the right side and we'll see the Vatican area. So remember that the Vatican is a completely independent state. That's the official building of the Radio Vaticana, the radio station of the Vatican City State, the one on the right hand side. Now, at the Vatican, normally we celebrate 3 very important events during the week. We have on Wednesday, every Wednesday, the audience, which is celebrated on the square, in St. Peter's Square. It is from 10 to 12 o'clock, once the Pope is sitting in the center of the square behind the Egyptian obelisk, the high column that you see facing St. Peter's Basilica. There is a white canopy that you will see better now once we're moving ahead, and over there the Pope celebrates the audience. On Sunday, every Sunday, the Pope celebrates the Angelus from his private apartment. You will see the window of the Pope now once we're moving ahead, and if you look at the top of the dome, there is a cross. That's the highest point, 137 meters tall. And the facade is decorated with the beautiful statues. In the center you will see Jesus Christ with a big cross, and all around the apostles, the 12 apostles. The obelisk, the column that you see in front of us in the center of the square, was the one decorating the Circus of Nero that stood in here. Remember, that's where you see the current church was previously the Circus of Nero, where St. Peter was assassinated, and the catacombs that are still lying on the underground layer. The beautiful St. Peter's Square was arranged in the late Baroque time, 1600s, by the Pope Alexander VII Chigi, and the main architect was Gian Lorenzo Bernini. You see that it is elliptical square. There are in total 284 columns. On top, the statues of 140 saints. Now you see better on the church, the dome, and have a glimpse on your right behind the scaffoldings. Now comes the private apartment of the Pope, the 3-story building. The last story on top, first window on the right, that's the window where the sleeping room, the open window, the second one from the right to the left, that's the office of the Pope, where the Pope appears on Sunday. Every Sunday at 12 o'clock he will bless the crowd waiting in St. Peter's Square, and so so it is just for a few minutes. And now you see better the main balcony in the center of St. Peter's Church. There is the balcony of the Pope, and the white canopy is used in order to celebrate the audience. All around you can see also they're set up the chairs for tomorrow for the great celebration, and the dome on top. Have a look at about the dome. You see the last stretch of the dome. There is a nice terrace. Once we're moving ahead, you will see it better with the people, the visitors that are walking around the top of the soldiers, still wearing the nice uniform. Here they are, the Swiss Guards. They are guarding one of the official entrances. You see it is a colored uniform that, according to tradition, was designed by Raffaello Sanzio. Also, this building that you see on your right hand side is part of the Vatican city-state. You see the coat of arms of the Pope, Benedict XVI. That's the coat of arms of the current Pope, the German Pope that was appointed in the year 2005. In 2005 died John Paul II, the Polish Pope that was entombed in St. Peter's Church, and became Pope Benedict XVI, the German Pope. Remember that in this church are buried 147 popes, also John Paul II. This is the audience hall of the Pope behind the wall of the Vatican city-state. You see the whitish building, that's the audience hall that is used in summer once it is too hot, or also in winter time when we have rainy days. This audience hall could accommodate about 9,000 people. And behind the audience hall now you will see better the dome. Now it comes. You see the people on top now? At the very top of the dome by the crown. There looks like points. They're taking pictures. Now you can recognize them. That's the highest point. There is an elevator that brings you up at a certain point, then you have the last stretch, walk up of 300 steps. It takes time, For the next time, if you like, you can stretch your legs. Walking up the dome takes about 1 hour. But once you're on top, there is a beautiful terrace, and you can sit down by a coffee shop, and you can enjoy also a nice cappuccino prepared by the nuns of the Vatican city-state, because it is run by the nuns of the Vatican city-state. Okay, so now we are driving back. Now we can rest a little bit before we're arriving in Civitavecchia. Will wake you up, okay?